Hey guys, it's John. Sorry for the audio. My microphone that I normally wear when I record is in my car, and Hillary has my car. So I'm not gonna be able to have good audio to start here, but we'll get that fixed for later. I wanna do a bit of a challenge today. I got some love recently on my one painting in 3 styles video that I did many moons ago, and I thought today I would do another challenge. It's not quite the same, but a challenge nonetheless. And I want to do a 3-color challenge. And so basically the idea is I'm going to give myself 3 random colors from my watercolor palette that I typically use, and I'm going to try to make a painting with those 3 colors. I don't know what they're going to be yet. I'm going to, I don't know, maybe use a random number generator or roll a die or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll pick 3 random colors, and then I'm going to try to make a painting of which the reference I've already taken before I even pick the colors, so that I can make it even harder for myself. And so here is the reference photo. It's going to be of my cat, Rudy. We just got him this little thing he's sitting on today. It like suction cups to the slider, and he can sit up on top of it. It's really cool. But I'm gonna try to make this painting of him, and we're gonna use 3 random colors. I don't know what they are yet. And so let's get inside and we will pick the 3 random colors. Okay, so I'm in my office and I just have a D20 pulled up on Google. So we're gonna do this. So color number 1. I've got 24 colors total on my palette, which we can see here. But this whole bottom row is all brown and white. So I'm just gonna use these top 5. So it's gonna be 20 colors total. And so we'll roll it 3 times and see what colors we get. So 19. So that's gonna be this guy here. 13, which is gonna be, so this is 12, so 13 here. So 1, 2, and number 3, hopefully something low, so we can get some good variation. 2, beautiful. Okay, so here's my 3 colors. I'm gonna have number 34 here, which they've all got names, so let me tell you what the names are. I've got number 34, which is wine red. I've got number 55, which is just called green. And I've got number 67, which is deep blue. So those are gonna be my 3 colors. So let's get to the drawing phase and then we'll get into painting. Okay, so to start, I just wet the whole background, and I think I'm gonna do just kind of a splattering of all of the different colors in the background so that you can kind of see what I had to use before I mix them all together to make the cat. And so I started by having big sections of pink, green, and blue, and you can see as I go here, I'm gonna add more and more of each color into each section, and we'll get pretty dark. And we're splattering some water, like I like to do, give it a little bit of a texture to the background. So here we go now. I'm mixing all my colors together to get kind of a duller purpley gray color. And after I put that down, I was like, oh, this is boring. I don't want to do this the whole time. So I'm gonna go in here with some straight red, green, and blue and kind of make different sections into different colors to start, and then we'll sneak up on what's right over top of these so that some of these colors will shine through in certain areas.
Take it out of cue, innocence can be a young man's game. Stand up for the
if I mix them strongly, I can get a very dark purple, which is gonna go great for this black cat.
Out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it.
Just like any other time I paint something pretty dark, I'm gonna have to do a few layers here. And so you'll see I'm not very dark right now just because of the way watercolor works. As it dries, it lightens, and I'm gonna have to put a few layers on it so that I can make sure that it's dark enough for my liking. Same thing here with the white on his chest. I think it's too bright right now. It's still gonna look white because it's next to something so dark, and we're used to seeing cats with a white chest. But I obviously don't want to leave it pure white because it's in shadow and that's gonna be too distracting. I wish I knew. This was a fun challenge. I think I was fortunate to get a few different colors that weren't too similar, but I do think this was fairly challenging. I had to kind of pick my spots and be very careful with my use of color so that I didn't make the whole thing super muddy. It would be really easy for me to do. Maybe if I did it again and got different colors, maybe it would be easier or harder. I'm not really sure, but this was a fun challenge, and I don't think it's something that would be too difficult for people to try at home. I am gonna allow myself here to use my pens like I would any other time. That's such an integral part of my process that it feels like I'm cheating myself to not allow myself to use them. And so I will be outlining and doing some small detail hatching here, but I don't want to make anything super hugely different than what it was with the watercolors with my pens. Like, I colored in the pupils, but I'm not gonna do big swaths of shadowing here with the pen. I'll go in, and if I need to make things darker, which I do, I'll come back in with watercolors, which you'll see me do in a second here. Yeah, here, like I said, I don't think it's dark enough yet, and so I'm going to go ahead and darken up some more of my areas. You got to do a few layers. If you want it truly dark, you got to put a couple layers down or use a lot of pigment the first time, which is a great way to go too dark. And so I prefer to sneak up on it with 5, 6, 7 layers if I have to. So here I come in with my white pen. This phase is really gonna put some serious detail into the cat here. Being that he's black and white, it's very hard for me to get super awesome, wonderful, very defined details with my brushes. And like any other painting, this is my favorite step. Adding all the little highlights and things really brings some life to the painting. I'm also using a technique that I've been using more lately, where I will put some marks down with the pen and then dab it with my finger. So I have highlights that aren't pure white. They kind of smudge out a little bit, and that allows me to get some sections that need to be lighter without making them pure bright white and being too distracting.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya.
I like the way these strands of hair looked when I did them on the highlight section, and so I think in a second here I'm going to do the same thing with my pen to his chest. In the white section I might make some dark, I know I'm going to make some dark strands for his fur. I'm kind of losing his chin here, so I'm going to darken up just underneath it so that the chin pops out better. Yeah, if you guys like this, I'm going to finish up here. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. If you stayed until the end, go ahead and leave a comment, say Rudy. That's the name of this cat. And without further ado, we'll cut to the glamour shots.